inauspicious close to the month. It's all red in the sector action. Let me show you what's happened in these 21 trading days of April. Not looking a lot better, in fact, a lot worse. Real estate, the worst off, down almost 7%. Tech, another loser, down 6%. And then communication services off 5%. Only thing in the green here is utilities. Also note that staples basically unchanged. So very defensive setup to this month. And I want to show you something else here. I'm writing in the morning brief about some of the changes that we've seen over this month. Now, as it happens, and there's the closing bell on Wall Street, January through March, we saw the three biggest gainers in market cap. That would be NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Meta. You can see up there, NVIDIA gaining $1 trillion in market cap. Well, they were also the three biggest losers in April. So I thought that was pretty interesting. NVIDIA lost $65 billion out of $1 trillion. That's not really a lot, but Microsoft gave back $136 billion and Meta about $140 billion. So you put it all together in terms of some of the sectors, not surprisingly, tech saw the biggest gains through March, and that was $1.5 trillion, and also the biggest losses in April. That was down $450 billion. Then you have communication services. That's the home of Alphabet and Meta. That was up $647 billion, almost $650 billion in March, through March, and then $222 billion was lost in April. Excuse me a second. And then if we go back to our heat map here, I just want to show you what's happening with some of the leaders. Only two of my leaders in the green here. This would be cannabis and also Chinese stocks. So Chinese stocks operate on their own fundamentals. Cannabis stocks very dicey at times, usually in the leadership position or the laggardship position, dead first, dead last. But this month, dead last is Bitcoin. Bitcoin down about 15%. And then you have unprofitable tech as expressed by the ARK Innovation Fund. That's down 12%. Then you have solar stocks. Then you have IPOs. So it was really a risk-off month, not only in terms of some of the fringier laggards, but also in some of the growth stocks. So let me just show you what happened with our meme stocks. And you can see just tons of red on this page, not a whole lot of green. And then I think finally what really encapsulates this is the NASDAQ 100 itself. And there are some outliers here. Alphabet was, it just clocked in $197 billion in one day last week when it reported earnings. And that was basically its entire gain for the month, but it's still up about 5%. Apple also clawed back some losses. So let me just show you what's happening with year to date on Apple. Looks like its losses finally slowing down. We'll get those earnings on Thursday. And then if I sort by equal weight, you can really see that just a lot more losers than winners. And for what it's worth, AstraZeneca in the top spot there, it was up 13%. Keurig Dr. Pepper, that's up 8%. Pinduoduo, one of those Chinese stocks, up 5%. But the biggest loser here, that was Intel. Intel down 31% and 39% year to date. Guys?
Thanks so much, Jared.